Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. It's KDL254. This video is part C of how to fill this 260 form. And before we continue, I beg you to please subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so that every time we get to post, you'll be notified of our posting. This is part C. I repeat, this is part C of how to fill a DS260 form. And part C entails the security and background information. That is, they want to dig more, to know more about, how you've conducted yourself, how you've been living, have you been involved in a crime, has your family been involved in any type of crime. They look more of investigative questions because it's a yes or no answer questions. And at the end of it, if you did click yes in any of the questions, then there is a space that you're supposed to explain why the yes. That's tricky. It says if you answer yes to any of the following questions, please explain. So if you answer yes to any of the questions, then you'll please have to explain why you did answer yes. So this part C is just yes or no question answer. And then at the end of it, if you click yes to any of the questions, then you'll have to explain why you clicked yes. So let's go right into it. And the security and background information, the first question they'll ask you is, do you have a communicable disease of public health significance such as tuberculosis, TB? Do you have a communicable disease of health significance such as tuberculosis? Tuberculosis here comes as an example of communicable diseases that are of public health significance. So if it's a yes, you click yes. If it's a no, you click no. And please don't lie, because when you go for your medical, it will be a thorough session, but it captures your health history. And if you've ever suffered from something like TB, I'm told it normally leaves scars. And then, when you go for your medical, if the scars are that much deep, then I think, and if they have not yet completely healed, then you'll be given something like a period of 3 to 6 months to still wait, and then you go back for your to be confirmed, and then your visa. Simple as that. But the following question: do you have documentation to establish that you have received vaccinations, in accordance with the US law? This question, I'm told you're just supposed to click yes, because when you go for your medical, if there is any vaccine that you are supposed to have been given and you have not yet received it, you will be given, so that you come into bar with the US laws that governs vaccinations and etc. The next question is, do you have a mental or physical disorder that poses or is likely to pose a threat to the safety or welfare of yourself or others? That's a no. Are you or have you ever been a drug abuse or addict? I don't know about you, but that's still a no. Have you ever been arrested or convicted for any offense or crime, even though subject or a pardon, amnesty, or other similar action? That's a no. I don't know about you. If you've ever been arrested, just click yes, because you'll explain at the end of it why you were arrested. That's if you click yes. And then, have you ever violated or engaged in a conspiracy to violate any law relating to controlled substance? That's a no. Are you the spouse, son, or daughter of an individual who has violated any controlled substance trafficking law and have knowingly benefited from the trafficking activities in the past 5 years? That's a tricky one. That's a no, still a no. I don't know about you guys, but most of these questions are just too big for me. They are too big for me. Like this one, are you the spouse, son, daughter of an individual who has violated any controlled substances, blah blah blah? That's it's too big for me. I don't know about you guys, but that question is, most of these questions are just too big for me. The next question, are you coming to the United States to engage in prostitution or unlawful commercialized vice, or have you been engaged in prostitution or procuring prostitutes within the past 10 years? That's another one, which is basically a no. Have you ever been involved in or do you seek to engage in money laundering? That's still a no. Have you ever committed or conspired to commit human trafficking offense in the United States or outside the United States? You know what human trafficking is? And I'd really expect that to be still a no. The next question, I'm trying to hurry so that I don't prolong this video. There's lots of questions. Have you ever knowingly aided, abetted, assisted, or colluded with an individual who has been identified by the President of the United States as a person who plays a significant role in a severe form of trafficking in persons? That's a no. Are you the spouse, son, or daughter of an individual who has committed or conspired to commit a human trafficking offense in the United States or outside the United States and have you within the sorry, let me repeat that. Are you the spouse, son, or daughter of an individual who has committed or conspired to commit a human trafficking offense in the United States or outside the United States, and have you within the last 5 years knowingly benefited from the trafficking activities? Have you benefited from the trafficking activities for the past 5 years knowingly? That's a no. Do you seek to engage in espionage, sabotage, export control violations, or any other illegal activity while in the United States? That's a no. Do you seek to engage in terrorist activities while in the United States, or have you ever engaged in terrorist activities? That's no. I really don't know what that question is doing there, because I don't think anybody will click yes to that when they're in their right sense of mind. Like, do you seek to engage in terrorist activities while in the United States? If you just click yes, then that's the end of your visa. The next question, have you ever or do you intend to provide financial assistance or other support to terrorists or terrorist organizations? That's still a no. The next question is, are you a member or a representative of a terrorist organization? That's a no. Have you ever ordered, incited, committed, assisted, or otherwise participated in genocide? That's a serious one, which is basically a no. Have you ever committed, ordered, incited, assisted, or otherwise participated in torture? You know what torture means? That's a no. Have you committed, ordered, incited, assisted, or otherwise participated in extrajudicial killings, political killings, or other acts of violence? That's a no. As I told you earlier, guys, most of these questions are just too big for us. But because it's the procedure that we have to follow, then you have to answer them. And watch out so that you don't accidentally, unintentionally click yes when you're supposed to click no. When filling these forms, take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Take your time, fill them slowly, confirm them before you submit them, confirm them, reconfirm them again until you are certain that whatever that you have clicked is that which you wanted to be there. Right? And the next question is we've done with that of extrajudicial killings. Have you ever engaged in recruitment or of or the use of child soldiers? That's no. Have you, while serving as a government official, been responsible for or directly carried out at any time particularly severe violations of religious freedom? That's a no. I'm not even a government official. But as I told you, these questions are too big for us because everybody who will be successfully selected to proceed to the next level will have to answer these questions. So these questions are just generally for everybody. So whether you are a government official or not, you will have to answer that question, right? You'll have to answer that question. The next one is, are you a member of or affiliated with the communist or other totalitarian party? Are you a member of or affiliated with the communist or other totalitarian party? I don't know about you. You have to give an answer to that. Have you ever directly or indirectly assisted or supported any of the groups in Colombia known as the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, National Liberation Army, ELN, or the United Self-Defense Forces of Colombia? I've been barely outside of my country, so that's a no. Have you ever, through abuse of government or political position, converted for personal gain, confiscated or expropriated property in a foreign nation to which a United States national had claim of ownership? Understand these questions. Don't try to click yes where it's not necessary. Don't try to click no where you're supposed to click yes. Don't click yes where you're supposed to click no. Take your time. That's a no. These questions are too big for us, but you have to answer them. You have to give an answer to them. The next one is, are you the spouse, minor child, or agent of an individual who has, through abuse of government or political position, converted for personal gain, confiscated or expropriated property in a foreign nation to which a United States national had claim of ownership? This question is tied to the previous question, so that's a no. The first one was an individual. Now is like, are you the child, are you the agent, or blah blah of the above? That's a no. The next one is, have you ever been directly involved in establishment or enforcement of a population control forcing a woman to undergo an abortion against her free choice, or a man or a woman to undergo sterilization against his or her free choice? That's a no. Have you ever disclosed or trafficked in confidential U.S. business information obtained in connection with the U.S. participation in the Chemical Weapons Convention? I don't even have idea what that is, but that's a no. Are you the spouse, a minor child, or agent of an individual who has disclosed or trafficked in confidential U.S. business information obtained in connection with U.S. participation in Chemical Weapon Convention? I told you guys, that's a no. I don't even have any idea what that is. I'm trying to hurry so that I don't prolong this video. The next question is, have you ever sought to obtain or assist others to obtain a visa entry? I repeat that. Have you ever sought to obtain or assist others to obtain a visa, entry into the United States, or any other United States immigration benefit by fraud. Watch that. By fraud or willful misrepresentation or other unlawful means. I know somebody might see and have you ever sought to obtain or assist others to obtain visa? Maybe you will not read carefully the next part of the question and then you end up clicking yes. That's a no. It means like, have you ever tried to, in any way that is unlawful, tried to obtain a visa for others? That's no. They are very interesting questions, very serious questions, very, yeah. Have you ever been subject of removal or deportation hearing? Have you ever been subject of removal of deportation hearing? It's a no for me, but some people have been. So please